just for everybody who's listening right now, the difference between the ego and the mind. What's the ego and where did it come from?
The ego was created from all the outside experiential realms, what's been inundated. It says, I'm a this, I'm a that, I'm a male, I'm a female, I'm a corporate executive, I am a good little one and not a good little one, based on all the outside experiential realms, also infused and locked into place with great emotion. When these decisions are made about oneself, which we can interpret them as perceptual judgments made about oneself, that you're starting to adopt all of these different deities of where you're at. It actually begins in third trimester in the womb, when you're making all these decisions about being wanted, not wanted, loved, not loved, cared about, not cared about. These decisions are beginning to be made that is creating an egoic state with great emotion, but also in the emotion just simply being energy with judgment that continues to well up and well up and well up and well up, that creates a spontaneous reactive state, right. Also being in such a heightened state. And even as you tune into your body principle right now, why don't we all give ourselves the go-ahead to let every emotion ever created from the core of our being, from first separation to now, going through the caves of creation, going through the halls of karma that are now dissolved, let's let all of it well up for a moment. The frustration, the anger, the overwhelm, the resentment. Also the confinement, which is a huge one. Even the confinement to a physical apparatus. Why don't we let all of it surface right now? Let's not process it. Let's bring it all up and right in front of us. It's adopted to be a part of you, and some by default, some very much on purpose, some creating a whole big baggage load of I'm important because of this, I'm important because of that, I'm loved because of that, I'm lovable because of this, right. which creates a lot of to-dos for the justification of egoic arrogance that even infuels it and gives it more power. What happens when you're not the employment, you're not the body principle from a gender state, you're not the bank accounts, you're not the family monad of all the participants that we're playing, mother, father, sister, brother, uncle, aunt, niece, and otherwise? What happens when you're letting all of that strip away real quick? Who are you? You're becoming creator incarnate.
What does that mean to you, Will? How would you describe that?
As I'm wide open to everything, different opportunities, we'll call them doorways as I refer to them, different deities and dear brothers presenting in your live stream. You're not becoming engaged with them, but you're dancing with them. Because see, that's where being as who you really are anyway, as this creator incarnate, you begin to let things take place. No more different than let there be light, let it present, and ask for resolution to take place for the highest and best good of all concerned. You're in a state of complete wide openness, complete brilliance, complete fruition, fluidity, and pure manifestation, letting manifestations from your outside world and every particle of your physicality begin to come to life. So when I'm presented with an opportunity, hey man, bring it on, let's go. There's not a contemplation about it.
Right.
There it is, I'm running through it no matter what. Because that's where you're going to interact with you. But you see, you as creator have welcomed in these different deities, these different vehicles, these different, call it doorways, opportunities, whatever it may be. You welcomed them in, whether you're aware of it or not, as you've been attempting to get your own attention of the fluidity, the simplicity, and the freedom that you've been calling for without going to the backside and buying into the egoic arrogance. You also get to use your mind level, which is a total separate deity that processes data and information, not from a letting go and clearing out level of processing. It's the state of it's taking all the variables around you and letting your body vehicle being able to be in a functionability state in its fullest of potential. Because you see, we're not denying the functionability, we're not denying the to-dos, we're just not looking for extra to-dos to do for the egoic structure to be empowered. We're dancing with everything that's presenting right in front of us. But see, the part about it is that the egoic structure wants to deem this to be that to be this to be good enough, that not to be good enough, this to be worthy enough, not to be worthy enough.
Right.
What happens when none of that exists? What happens if we just simply walk through the door, walk through the Job dynamics and otherwise, stepping right into the brilliant unfoldment of it throughout the linear time continuum of the 9 to 5 and otherwise, which is kind of a chuckle in itself because it's also your eternal presence that you've always been and that you always will be, that's just showing up in a different state of sequences of events to emanate exponentially.